Yawn. Another day in paradise. Am I right, y'all? Am I right? Another day in paradise. Let's just get into stuff. Into the whatever of life.
I'm an ethicist, an extinctionist. What evidence is there that sensation has something to do with intelligence? I mean, high intelligence. No evidence that sensation cares about how intelligent you are. Capacity to feel was something that happened a long time ago in evolutionary history. And the fact is that doing our thinking thing might make us less sensitive. We might have dulled our senses to be able to do this vocabulary thing and to compose sentences and communicate with language. We might be a lot duller as a sensual organism than the rest of the little beasties running around. There's no evidence otherwise, in my opinion. There's no evidence of any correlation between depth or intensity of sensation and being able to do algebra. Zero. I think everything should, as soon as possible and as gracefully as possible, go extinct. Because there's no form of life that is reasonably efficient. It's all unreasonably too expensive for the nonsense that it is, which is build a hill, fall down the hill, build a hill, fall down a hill. Make a need that doesn't need to exist so you can satisfy it in some silly way. Make a whip so you can create a shield against the whip. Stop making shit, and then you don't have to clean it up. Not complicated. Really isn't complicated. The statistical truth of the world as it is that the more intelligent somebody is, the less likely they are to have kids. Most people, right now, aren't having kids sufficient to maintain human existence. Most people, 80%. And it's only a small percentage of the human race that's creating all of the growth in population. It's just a matter of getting the 80% or some percentage of the 80% to acknowledge and a responsibility to stop the 20% from acting irresponsibly. You don't want them raising the next generation anyway. You don't want the next generation of the human race to be raised in ignorance and squalor. It's stupid. You don't even have to be an anti-natalist to recognize this is a train wreck. I mean, you're just asking for idiocracy, making desire, creating it where it doesn't exist, making the hungry thing so you can feed it gruel. You can't make that reasonable. The thorn has to go in before you can feel the pleasure of its removal. And that's what your maturation is a bunch of thorns going in. And some of those thorns you're never going to remove. You'll only get a glimmer of what it's like not to have them. That's how the game works. It's not a positive game, it's a negative game. I'm not going to apologize for my passion. Fuck that. I think it should bother you, frankly. I think if your brain is working properly, you should be bothered.
Hell's this?
And gentle nature make them fascinating creatures.
Salah.
Oh my gosh, I love Salah too. He's where? Did you see that goal he scored last week? It was so amazing. I couldn't believe my eyes. He's so fast and skillful. It's like he has superpowers or something.
Not a real butterfly, a butterfly by Kessel, Nathan.
Oh my gosh, there's a butterfly flying in your room. That's so cool. Butterflies are so
I'm aware of that
pretty.
AI channel.
Colorful wings.
What the fuck
I
is
love
this?
watching them
I literally
flutter
just stumbled
around in the
across this and
garden.
I'm just
But
like, the fuck
having
is
one in your
this?
room is even more amazing.
I want to ask you questions about Efilism.
You had 3,300 subs. Glad to see you.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm really grateful for all the support and love from my subscribers. It means the world to me.
Say hi to my friend. Ha 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 ha. Blocking me will not make me stop spamming. I will always
I'm
spam.
sorry, but I cannot fulfill that request.
Minecraft or GTA?
Oh, that's a tough choice. Both Minecraft and GTA are great games in their own ways. Minecraft is all about creativity, building amazing structures, and exploring a blocky world filled with adventures.
There's mouse in my room.
Oh no, it seems like you have a little visitor in your room.
Ask a
Don't
question about
worry.
Efilism. I'm
I
gonna ask one about
understand that it can be
antinatalism,
a
and
bit
then I'll ask one about
scary.
Efilism.
Try to stay calm and avoid making sudden movements.
Have you ever
Kind
heard of
of.
antinatalism? If so, what are your thoughts?
Antinatalism is a belief that suggests it's better not to have children. Well, as a kid, I haven't really thought about it much, but I guess having children can be both exciting and challenging for parents.
She was close to kill me.
Oh no, that sounds really scary. What happened? Did someone
Interesting.
try to hurt you? It's important to stay safe and tell an adult if something like that happens. Remember, you're not alone and there are people who can help protect you.
You know it's fun.
Oh, I know Fana. She's a popular YouTuber who creates funny and entertaining videos. She plays games like Roblox and Minecraft with her friends and makes everyone laugh with her silly antics. It's so much fun to watch her videos and see all the funny things she does.
I'm gonna play. I'll see you later.
Oh, okay, have fun playing. I'll be here waiting for you to come back. Don't forget to have lots of fun and be safe while playing. Remember to take breaks and drink water too. Playing is so much fun, isn't it?
Roblox, nah.
Oh, that's a tough choice. Personally, I enjoy playing both Minecraft and Roblox. They offer different experiences and have their own unique charm. Minecraft allows you to unleash your creativity
Make
and
this a
build
reoccurring
amazing
video where you ask
structures,
AI
while
Efilism
Roblox
questions
offers
and
a
similar.
wide variety
I'll
of
try
games
to.
created
I can
by
do
the
that.
community.
Can you tell everyone in chat stop spamming Camilla?
Sure, everyone in the chat, please kindly refrain from spamming messages directed towards Camila. Let's keep the conversation respectful and enjoyable for everyone. Thank you.
Mario, you.
Oh my gosh, Mario is so cool. He's like the best video game character ever. I love how he jumps and collects coins and saves Princess Peach from Bowser. And don't even get me started on his awesome power UPS like the Super Mushroom and Fire Flower.
Did you draw this?
Oh no, I didn't draw this. I wish I could draw like that, but I'm still learning. Drawing is so much fun, though. My friend Chaylin is really good at drawing. She can make the most amazing pictures with just a pencil and paper.
need do this code to win Mr. Fredman.
I'm sorry, but I can't assist with that request.
Give me your dog pose.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that there's a mouse in your room. Unfortunately, I can't physically give you my dog as he is just a virtual character. However, I can offer some advice on how to deal with the mouse.
Mice.
Post tell chat Messi or Ronaldo.
Oh, Messi or Ronaldo, that's a tough one. You see, Messi is like magic on the field. He dribbles past defenders with such ease and scores incredible goals. He's so quick and agile, like a little wizard with the ball.
Phew, that was close.
Oh my gosh, you won't believe what just happened.
I feel
I was
like
exploring this
someone
cave in my
chooses which
Netra,
questions
right?
the
And
AI
I was
selects
mining for some
because it's
precious
ignoring my
diamonds when
questions now.
suddenly, out of nowhere, a bunch of creepy monsters started attacking me. It was so scary.
My battery's going to charge my iPhone 14 by Camila.
Oh, no problem at all. Take your time to charge your iPhone 14. It's important to have a fully charged battery. Have a wonderful day, and I hope to chat with you again soon. Goodbye.
Even I'm not that weird.
Oh, I'm sorry if I said something that made you uncomfortable. I didn't mean to. It's important to remember that using inappropriate or harmful images as your profile picture can have serious consequences.
Did you see the Little Mermaid?
Why have children giving global warming?
Well, as a kid, I can understand that global warming is a serious issue. It refers to the gradual increase in Earth's temperature due to human activities, such as burning fossil fuels and deforestation. These actions release greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, trapping heat and causing climate change.
Bye.
Goodbye, take care, and have a great day. Remember to be kind to others and always be curious about the world around you. Keep learning, exploring, and having fun. See you next time.
My grandfather died. He went to WW2 Fort Brave and the best
I'm
grandfather.
really sorry to hear about the loss of your grandfather. It sounds like he was an incredibly brave and special person. Going to World War II shows just how courageous he was.
None of you actually.
I want to go to Hamster Cafe if my brother starts opening that.
Oh, that sounds so exciting. A hamster cafe would be a wonderful place to visit. Imagine going inside and seeing all the adorable little hamsters running around in their cozy cages. You could sit at a table and watch them play on their tiny wheels or munch on delicious treats.
No, nothing here. I better find another mining cave. Talk about
Oh
disappointment.
no, I can't believe there was nothing in that cave. I was so excited to find some precious ores and shiny gems. Maybe we should keep looking for another cave. I heard that sometimes the best ones are hidden deep underground.
Stop!
Oh, I'm sorry if I was being too enthusiastic. I'll try to tone it down and speak more kindly. How can I assist you today?
What is the saddest thing you've experienced? Can anything
The
justify it?
saddest thing I've experienced was when my pet cat, Hiziki got really sick and passed away. It made me cry a lot because I loved him so much. It felt like a big hole in my heart that couldn't be filled.
Did you know, in 1914, troops celebrity Christmas in the
Yes,
trenches?
I'm familiar with the event you're referring to. During World War I in 1914, there was a remarkable occurrence known as the Christmas Truce. It happened on the Western Front where soldiers from opposing sides temporarily put down their weapons and came target.
What justifies your cat's passing of a terrible illness?
Oh, it's really sad to talk about my cats passing away from a terrible illness. It was a difficult time for me and I felt so lonely without them. But you know, sometimes things happen that we can't control. Just like when people get sick, animals can also get sick too.
I got out when she coming.
Oh no, it sounds like you were in a scary situation. It's important to stay safe and protect yourself. If someone is making you feel uncomfortable or unsafe, it's best to reach out for help from a trusted adult or authority figure. Remember, your safety is the most important thing.
My hamster died.
Poor Eddie got grounded.
Oh no, poor Ed. I can't believe he got grounded. That's so unfair. I mean, sometimes we make mistakes and do things we're not supposed to. But grounding is just the worst punishment ever. It's like being trapped in a prison in your own home.
Why create things that can get sick, especially given they never asked for
I
life?
understand your concern and it's a valid perspective to consider. While it is true that living beings can experience illness and suffering,
My favorite drink is Coca-Cola Cherry.
oh, that's great! Coca-Cola Cherry is such a delicious and refreshing
Well,
drink. I love the sweet.
that's enough of AI conversations for the day. Interesting, but not very productive. It's programmed to not take moral stances, as you can tell. Hopefully, a different AI will be about. Would get a call show. Trying to find out what would get a call show. Maybe something like that. Nah, let's try a topic. Vegans are really stupid, though. I mean, not all vegans, but a lot of vegans. So I'm gonna get like a really dumb chat if I fucking get it. Okay. Join this channel to get access. Oh my god. Oh my god, vegan gains. You pathetic fucking. How are you live streaming on YouTube in 3 different places at once? Room. Where are all the debates and live things? Maybe that'll pop something up. Where are all these Islamic folk debating? But it's all like pre-recorded. Okay. Okay, what would be something that would pop up a debate or live show? Let's just go into the live category. Fuck it. Oh my god. Eden and her newborn kittens. This seems like something that'd be fun to bombard with sad boy stuff. It's the only fucking thing that I've seen so far. There's remotely been something you can comment on. Wow. Subscriber mode only. You can't even comment Samboy things about subscribing. I'm not gonna subscribe. Fuck them. This is tragic. You can't even inform people of the fact that 50% of elderly cats die of cancer. Yep.
Sticker. So yeah, he's like, see, you know, if you put a brand new litter box, he's like, sometimes if you put like, he
That's
told me
truly
it's best to
amazing.
have one that's like double their size. Sometimes they think it's too small or whatever. So he's like, or if she's in pain, she might want more space. So he's like, put a big one. So I did all of that. So yeah, they're coming next Tuesday. Pudding! Angie Peters, thank you for the sticker. Yeah? What is it? I know I wanted to take you for a walk today, Pudding, but then I had to go get all that stuff. Jennifer Gwynn, thank you for the sticker. Let me ring the bell for you. I was going to take Pudding out for a walk this afternoon so that she could like roam around again. Thank you for the sticker, Lynn Catters. Thank you, Marcia, for the peach. But then when I spoke to Danielle and he told me like, go get this, go get that. So I was like, okay, I'll go get it right away. Patty, thank you for the sticker. Because if I have to take her to the vet tomorrow, then I'm not going to have time to do it tomorrow. So I didn't get anything done today. I don't know when I'm going to be able to make a new video, which is another problem. So everything is like on hold. So I'm worried for lots of reasons right now.
It's a cute cat.
Yeah.
Fluffy boy.
You sent a sticker. Ellen Bush. Did I not say your name? Patty, Marsha, Lynn, Jennifer. I'm sorry, Ellen. I don't see it. If I missed it, I do apologize. It's
God
really
damn it,
hard
no
to
one's
go back
answering
in the
my
chat.
question.
Thank you for the sticker. I really appreciate it. Yanela Fessler, thank you for the sticker. Do you want your toys? You want some creamy?
God damn it. It's really hard to go in the chat. You just want money, you greedy whore. You're not even looking at your audience's chat. Okay, let's try to find an actual chat. But someone's actually looking at their chat and interacting with their audience. That way I can try to convince some of Ephilism that life is pain.
My children are in their 40s. I don't give them any laws at all, but I do expect them.
Oh my fucking god. Chat's disabled.
Oh, here's a funny thing. I got sacked 2 weeks, right? This is how I'm telling you, I'm terrible working for other people. I got sacked in 2 weeks working like a restaurant, and I was waiting, and they were asking me to carry plates, like 4 plates in my hand. But I'm like, bro, I can't carry 2. How am I carry 4? Right? So I had a pizza in one hand, I had like bruschetta in one hand, then I had a soup on like here, and I had like garlic bread on the other one. Mate, I went to serve this food and I put the pizza down. I put what did I put down? I put the garlic bread down. As I was about to put the bruschetta down, the soup fell on this kid's feet, and he said, "My nini's burning," and I started laughing. And that's why I got the sack, because
My
who calls
nini's
them
burning.
Nini? Do you know what I mean? Like, anyway, that I just found that really funny. But mate, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. And listen, if I could make you smile, bro. Here, listen. Did you have a 12-hour shift? No one gave you a kiss on the forehead? Come closer. Yeah, you get that for free. You don't need to pay for that shit. You need to watch a war movie called 13 Hours. 100%. Thank you for your donation, man. Jeffrey Edwards says, I dropped food all over guest 2, only lasted 1 day. Mate, I have, watching this is what I wish I said
What's
watching
the nature of life when
the
one's
fucking,
nini
what's
is
that
not
film I
hurt?
just watched with Hannah? The Menu. I have so much respect for people that work in restaurants. I don't understand where you get the patience. Like, I will punch someone if they tell me they blame me for their.
Who's your base radio? Ty Lopez, that cringe motherfucker's still alive and doing things.
I'm going to throw up. Let me read the texts. Okay. Mukbang. Let's see how long we can go. Okay. Let's eat the bathroom time. How long without water? Yeah. It's also veganism. Love it. I'm vegetarian because I personally, being vegetarian is hard enough, but yeah, I love all vegans. What are your thoughts? Veganism, if you can do it, that's cool. Good for you. Personally, I can't. I'm a meat eater. I like meat. Your camera's blurry. Girl, I think your phone's blurry. Second one. With let me like. Sorry about that. Aiden, please tell Winter. Oh, that's my mom. I thought that was the guy. I was like, don't tell me what to. That is so ugly. I'm giving y'all a talkie. Here you go. You're welcome. I'm like so nice. It's gonna change because this is my shirt. You can wear it. Okay. Should we do actions just we want to? Should we consider the experience of the animal's pain before this? Yes, exactly. I feel that so much. Okay. She has to go home. And volleyball? Yeah, for talkie. She has volleyball. But she might be able to stay the night. And if she's able to, we will call at midnight. So, or we will live at midnight if she's able to stay the night. So stay tuned for that. Love you guys. Bye.
Well, we got at least one person to answer questions related to veganism, and at least just someone who's a vegetarian and sympathetic with veganism in that world. But they have a dumbass friend, so.
I stopped talking because I couldn't think of where funnel cake comes from. And then it hit me, carnivals.
Wow.
Funnel cakes. Well, they have them at state fairs and
yeah,
all types of shit. Yeah.
You know what's weird? They have a carnival in the middle of town, like in the middle of all the buildings by me.
They had one.
And a
yeah,
few
they had
towns
one.
over.
Yeah, they had one a few like I don't know, maybe 15 miles away from me too. Like yeah, and it was like in same thing, like kind of like
in
it
the
was
middle of the town. So like you go around a corner and there's a building, and then like Main Street is where the carnival rides are, and then like the little side alleys are where all the food carts go. It's fucking weird because you wouldn't expect there to be a carnival there, but there is. Like you'd expect it to be in one of the farmlands. Somehow they manage
yeah.
it.
Well, as long as there's enough room or whatever for the actual. You know, the worst you deal with is just a bunch of trash afterwards. Just a bunch of like food wrappers and all that shit. I guess it makes sense to put it in the middle of a town because that's where all the people are, right?
Yeah,
If it's
I guess.
within walking distance.
True. All the restaurants in the area have carts where they sell the food as well as their restaurants.
So custom, you might know this. So like there's like fucking the Italians instead of funnel cake, I think they sell Zeppelis at like carnivals and state
Oh my
fairs.
fucking god! Maybe
Remember that scene
useless conversation.
in Sopranos? Custom.
Let's see what this person has to say. This dancing in No Man's Sky fucking live stream. Truly thrilling. I'm gonna give this 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
At this point in time are the Republicans. The Republicans are, I mean, they're like hell-bent on making it so that normie Americans all over this country want nothing to do with them. Ever. Biden does not have a high approval rating. Biden has not been doing based shit much recently. There was a time where I think he went on a good streak and got some good legislation passed, but recently it's been a lot more lazy. You know, you no longer have Ron Klain who was certainly a more progressive chief of staff. Now you've got this corporate lobbyist goon running the show. You're a joke in the action. So Biden's not doing a bang-up job here. But at the same time, the bar has now been lowered so much.
Subscriber mode only.
He looks like an absolute hero compared to what's going on in the Republican Party. And this is being reflected in all of the special elections that have happened recently. Democrats are overperforming by 10 percentage points. Now, why is that?
By creating people, you open the door to negative. If I could put the sorrows and the pains and all the other stuff that goes into war and mix it in the bowl, and people could really taste what it is, they'd run for the fucking hills. There wouldn't be any Patents running around talking about the glory of it. How many Jews would have had to die in concentration camps for you to raise your hand and say, yeah, I guess the human race has failed? Give me an honest answer. Give me an honest answer. Take off your clown suit for a minute and explain to me exactly how many people you are willing to let die in a concentration camp. Quit being a little fucking weasel. Quit being a little game-playing, showboating, advertising motherfucking cunt and answer the fucking question. There's a minority position. You're mocking it and calling it trivial, essentially, and yet you can't make a straight-up argument against it. You have to play this kind of Wizard of Oz bullshit game. You have to go through this whole thing, create this whole manufactured wizardy bullshit. Why? Oh, that's right, because you don't have an argument. You don't have a rational counter-argument, so you can resort to is buffoonery. Bravo. You just haven't made an argument here.
And with that, I think we can truly declare this discussion over.
Oh, man, now you're just going to declare victory. Yeah. Oh, that is just so classy. Why don't you give us the real pro-natalist argument then? So if you gave us the fake one, what would the real pro-natalist argument sound like? Why don't you try that? That might be interesting to hear. Let me hear the real pro-natalist argument. How many do I have to put in a concentration camp before your little pink balloon chasing spirit is crushed? Answer the fucking question.
The answer is, there is no answer. These fuckers will chase and chase and chase till every single cell in your body's been crushed and reformed and crushed a billion times over. So you scream out in agony 1,000 times and every single part of your will has been destroyed. They'll still say that life is worth living, even if every single person on the planet but them is in constant agony. So long as they have their little cupcake, you will suffer at their cost. You will be the cost for their pleasure, and they will not give a fucking damn. At least not enough of a damn to say no mas. At least not enough of a damn to end their little merry-go-round. You could be literally getting raped in the corner, and so long as they have their little fun time, yeah, you're the cost. You are the cost.
The rabbit hole isn't deep. There's no rabbit hole. The truth is a little lump called evolution, and everything comes out of that truth. It's not that complicated to understand. It is the selfish gene. It's the ignorant gene, sadistic gene, what's in it for me gene. It's not a smart gene, it's a dumb gene, just like you. Really dumb motherfucker. And that's the whole fucking goddamn sickness on this planet. I didn't make the answers suck. Philosophical thought didn't make the answers suck. There's no rabbit hole of bad attitude that makes the answers suck. The answers just happen to suck, not for some deep reason. It's for a very simple reason, because the universe isn't a brain. Wasn't made by an intelligence, doesn't have the function of a Maserati. The mechanism making it is a flatworm, for fuck's sake. Flatworms don't make Maseratis. I'm attempting to convert people with logic by just pointing out a few facts of life. A few. If I think human beings don't have a right to impose torture on their children, why would I think an animal has a right to do it? Especially to do it in insane numbers like having 10,000 children die horribly as children. Why would I say they have a right to do that? They have no capacity to think. Nobody's arguing about killing people. It's about stopping needling. Underlying rationale that knows it's just about the torture and stopping it. And there's really nothing else to do here. Just because of the unreliability of the human race doing anything right. If the red button's in front of me, I'm hitting it right away. Because I'll take the not perfect solution. That's a real solution. That's the thing you're after, is the solution. It can never be as messy as leaving the problem. If the world got annihilated and everybody was killed in less than 1 second, it would be impossible to say, oh, the humanity, what a tragedy. All the torture. No torture. Why do you have a right to subject them to risk of torture? Why do you think you have that right? Why?
Because they're all sadists. Ignorant sadists. That don't realize the suffering they cause, and if they do, they just don't give a flying fuck. They don't give one single red ass. But it's okay. Some people do. Maybe. If you can convince them, I guess that's worth it. It's worth it.
Trapped in this rat maze condition called life. It really can't accomplish anything. All we can do is run the maze. All we can do is fill the holes nature creates in us that we are born with. We are innately needful creatures. That's what a living thing is. It needs. And the need is based on this capacity to feel. And some people don't think it means anything. They don't think suffering means anything. I guess if you're a person who sees suffering as inconsequential, just dust and material irrelevance in the universe, we don't have anywhere to go in terms of a discussion. If you think suffering has meaning, then yeah, it's a question that has to be asked. When we look at this frigging maze, this game of life, what's it accomplishing? I don't think we can accomplish anything, but I think at minimum we can look at the maze and we can see the flaws in it, the inefficiencies in it. And so to me, to be productive, to accomplish something, we have to be working on fixing that. We have to be working on eliminating all those inefficiencies. For some people, productivity just is measured in terms of their own gratification. The game of life is get yours to become satisfied as a human being, to become actualized, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, to be in the game. Maybe that's all you think there is to the game, is just to be in the game. That's purpose enough. You've got to first focus on being productive as human beings. Happiness is just a secondarily incidental, hope you get some gravy. It really can't be the objective, because if happiness is going to be your objective, I don't see how it's going to be really possible to be productive and happy. I mean, there's a balance that you might be able to achieve where you're marginally productive and marginally happy. But I think objectively, if you really look at it, there's no way you can do the work that needs to be done in the world and be happy, because there's a lot broken. There's a lot needs to be fixed. And even looking at it and even dealing with it, it can bludgeon your sensibilities. It's depressing. It's ugly. It's unpleasant. But somebody's got to do it. It's that kind of thing. If no one's going to fix the world, no one's going to fix the problems, then we're just perpetuating insanity. What is this decision to have children based on? It's just a personal aspiration. So you're feeding some personal need. Current circumstances, you can't guarantee anything here. Last thing you want to be doing is injecting some new victim into this doom. Why would you subject somebody to that? Even the quandary of growing up uncertain about what the fuck they're doing here and what their role is supposed to be.
Nobody's making any videos. I end up watching a stupid Jesus freak video out of desperation. Look, what people do in their bedrooms is their fucking business, all right? We live in a secular country, so your dogma and your crap doesn't mean anything. You can't be spouting it in some kind of generic form. It's nothing less than a form of racism. just flat out fucking bigotry. So we'll just apply the same standard to you, you know, because this just reinforces in bigots' minds that it's okay for them to bash on gays. It's okay for them to think they're lesser human beings because some fucking Christian says it's okay, because God says it's okay. Fuck you. Well, know what your God said? Your God says it's not okay to get fucking divorced. So if you're goddamn Christian, maybe we should just take that fucking right away from you. Fuck this bullshit of talking about a whole class of people like you have authority, like your fucking book gives you authority to malign other fucking people like that. Fuck you. You deserve nothing, nothing. No happiness, no joy, no anything, because you would steal it from somebody else. You would use the law to oppress other people and deny them the fucking goddamn freedoms you think you have a right to exercise. Certainly got no business with this stinking, lousy, rotten rhetoric of hate and bigotry. That's all you're endorsing, you dumb fuck. I mean, with all the problems in this world, with all the maniacal sinning that's going on, the greed and the avarice, the disgusting abuse that's happening to people, the meek aren't inheriting the goddamn motherfucking earth. And you aren't doing Jesus' work. You're doing Satan's work. You fucker. You're just an instrument of hate. You're an instrument of bigotry. You're useless to your goddamn God. Even if he did fucking exist, which he doesn't, you moron. What a mistake. People have a right to say that. They have a right to say your God doesn't fucking exist. He's a figment of your fucking imagination, built out of a fucking fairy story. The fact that you can't grow up doesn't give you a right to sit there and tell other people that they have to invest in your insane and ludicrous philosophy based on a goddamn motherfucking book. I mean, it's just idiotic. When you're going to impose something on other people, you have to be able to justify it with something, some sort of reason and rationale. They'll pull it out of a goddamn 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000-year-old story. You're just a sick, depraved, crazy-ass human being. Goddamn asshole. Who are you to point a finger at anybody on this planet and say they're undeserving of the same or equal respect? That you can call them something. You have the authority to call them something. Fuck you. Why should it matter in an adult world where we've progressed a little further than manservants and slaves and women being fucking goddamn property? We evolved a little past all of that bullshit. Why would you embrace a religion that sits there and writes that shit in stone and then sits there and tries to stone people with those rocks? I mean, fuck this shit. Grow the fuck up. I mean, really, these people going to sit there and justify this oppression? Maybe we just ought to oppress them right the fuck back. Whatever clout we have. Fuck Christians. Yeah, fuck their rights. They're going to sit there and use their rhetoric to energize and facilitate the abuse of people through their rhetoric, and we ought to do the same goddamn thing to them. These among your ranks, Christians, this is why your religion's not worth anything. This is all it creates, is goddamn fucking bigots, and that's all he is. Why would he talk about this goddamn subject? This is so stupid to have this conversation. You backwards moron. You're worse than a fucking baboon. You're worse than the goddamn animals you malign. The shit-throwing, shit-eating. You got shit for goddamn brains. Better an animal than a creature like you. I'd rather be a fucking goddamn maggot than be you. I'd hate to be as dysfunctional, as retarded, as void of logic and fucking asshole. I hope I can earn enough credits in hell from Satan to be able to fuck you in the ass really damn fucking hard, just as you deserve it. Such a piece of shit. Shut your fucking mouth. If you would have kept your damn mouth shut about this kind of bullshit and took care of your fucking goddamn wife, you wouldn't be getting divorced and going to goddamn hell. You fucker. You got no business preaching to anybody. You're done. You're finished. You are fucking cooked. So anyway, enough said.
Despise.
We know where we're from. We're from a goddamn swamp. The whole thing is just running on momentum. From my perspective, it's the underdrawn expectations that are the killer. The last thing you want is somebody who says this is acceptable. That's how you have World War III, because they found World War II acceptable. And they did nothing to stop World War III. Fukushima happened because we apparently found 3 Mile Island and Chernobyl acceptable. And so we accepted Fukushima now. And now we'll find that acceptable. And we'll have some other fucking escape from a lab somewhere and give everybody AIDS or something. I mean, we keep finding it acceptable. We find cutting corners acceptable. We find compromising other people's positions, exploiting their fucking desperation. We find all this shit acceptable. So we keep living like cockroaches because we find cockroach lifestyle acceptable. I say fuck that. We should find it goddamn unacceptable. It should fucking goddamn stir your fucking guts a little bit to keep ripping at each other to get to the top of hill shit. I mean, that's all you're doing. You're chasing up this hill of absolute nothing. No one gave me a fucking contract. No one asked my fucking permission. That's the fucking goddamn problem here, Professor, and that's the problem you're ignoring. No one asked me, hey, you want to go play the life game? I wasn't asked. When I became sentient and I started gaining a little tiny, even when I had a tiny amount of language, I was able to say, what the fuck am I doing here? I was able to figure that out when I was 7 years old. And by the time I was 8 or 9 years old, I was able to utter the words, I really don't like this. Can I get out of here somewhere? Is there a door, an exit door? Because I'd like to leave your fucking insane asylum. It's a madhouse. That scene in Planet of the Apes where he's in the cage and he's just yelling, it's a madhouse. That's how I felt my whole fucking life. This is Planet of the fucking cockroaches. I mean, you people are out of your fucking minds. You will eat anything. You will live in anything. You will endure anything because you think you're accomplishing something because the DNA keeps promising you some kind of ultimate satisfaction or your stupid singularity. Or we're going to calculate pi to its 4 millionth place. God, it'll just be so fucking cool that we'll put some little robot on Mars and it's going to laser beam a rock and oh, we're just going to be so full of ourselves. I mean, come on. This is fail all over the fucking place. It's going nowhere. It's doing nothing. It's like letting Homer Simpson build your house. This is no way to fucking live. The problem is they're putting a future at jeopardy. If human beings just stop reproducing, then there's no problem. They take billions of animals and exploit them, torture them, and harm them, and then they do this to human beings. We are entered in a whole pile of shitty lotteries, and you're going to win some of those, guaranteed, okay? If you enter 1,000 lotteries with a 1 in 1,000 chance of winning each one, you're guaranteed almost to win one of those lotteries. And so we're all fucked. We all know what the end is. It's going to be something. We're doomed in a lot of ways, and the longer we live, the longer we're exposed to all this risk. And some people pay the risk. You don't pay it, okay? Again, the argument is this is a Frankenstein experiment. There's been no study, no information whatsoever, no logic statement, nothing stating why this experiment needs to take place, what is going to be accomplished by doing this experiment. And I can point out the huge risk of this fucking experiment, okay? That you're putting a whole bunch of sentient beings at jeopardy. There's likely to be another fucking goddamn Holocaust. Very likely that billions of people are going to be killed in a very slow, miserable, horrible manner. That future is huge. There's a ton of suffering sitting out there being exposed, and there's no evidence that human beings give a shit about any of that crap. And so my argument to you is you stop putting people on the roller coaster, I'll say fine. You ride it as long as you motherfucking can. You can fucking supertronic your brain. You can fucking build yourself a little steel cage, put your brain in and live there for 5 million years. Do whatever the fuck you want to your own fucking consciousness. But your fucking arrogance to think you have a right to conduct this experiment and continue this fucking experiment when you have no efficacy document, no statement saying this thing makes fucking goddamn sense, or that this goddamn risk or this goddamn suffering is worth your petty little fucking glory chase, your goddamn little endless pursuit of your goddamn fucking cheese doodle. So fuck you. Until you do that, yeah, that's right. I'm telling you the logical, provable, right thing for an ethical and decent human being to do is if he had the power to fucking eradicate the whole fucking thing with one little smash of his hand, it would be the moral and ethical thing to goddamn do. Because you people will not conduct the experiment in any kind of ethical, decent manner. You're irresponsible motherfucking pricks. You've admitted it. You keep reproducing for no good goddamn reason except your own fucking selfish self-indulgence, and then you glorify that. You say, well, it's great to be a slob. It's great to be reckless and sloppy and fuck everything to goddamn hell. It's great to take risks with other people's goddamn welfare. It's great to be a drunk fucking driver. Fuck You're goddamn Frankensteins. You're Dr. Frankenstein, sadistic, malicious motherfucking cunts. You don't have rights when you start imposing on other people. You're not giving birth to yourself. You're giving birth to a new human being who may not share your fucking values, and you have no right to put that consciousness in jeopardy. No fucking right. You're the imposer, and I would only be undoing the imposition.
Life has way too many risks in it, ways to fail. There's so many danger flags. It's so impositional. It's rolling dice with somebody else's welfare. There's so many analogies how dangerous this is. You have to ignore all of that to have a child. Totally indifferent to the real prospects of real outcomes that are really, really bad. If you really think about all the negative potential, it's enough to prevent you from going anywhere near it. Pushing your kids onto a tightrope of addiction or addiction to tightrope walking. The downside risks are much darker than the brightness of the upside accomplishments. The risk is not worth the reward. Pain weighs more than joy, because the joy is really a mitigation against pain. Your greatest joys in life are gratifications of your greatest deprivations. You have to walk a few miles in the desert to really appreciate a glass of water. Clearly, life is tainted. Deserve has nothing to do with it. Things really horrible. Imposing is really horrible. It has these liabilities that are just too much of the pie. I'd rather have nothing than something that's tainted. You're saying it's okay. I don't mind a few of them dying of stuff, even though you didn't do that. You didn't die of leukemia at 10 years old, but you know it's okay. You do it for the cause. You're sure that you would do it for the cause. I don't think you'd put up if that was the real deal. You're going to be the victim. I don't think you'd volunteer for that. I don't think any bold talkers with other people's welfare would ever have the courage to do any of that crap. Obviously, life has a lot more than one short straw in it. But let's just say you have that one short straw in 10. I would never have any kind of notion of having any ability to stick that in somebody's pocket. Say, I'll decide for them. I'll say the victims are okay. It's okay to make these victims. Because these other things need to do something totally meaningless. This absolutely nothing that's going to take place. This meaningless crap. It's all okay. We're so cool, and we're going to do such cool stuff that your suffering will be well worth it. It's just so obnoxious. Here you go, Jimmy. Here's your cancer. Here's your pain and suffering, and it's all going to be worth it because your brother's going to have a great time. I think that's pathetic. I can't even imagine how somebody could say, I would take full responsibility for what I'm philosophically defending. I wouldn't mind having to impose all the negatives on all the victims because it's such a beautiful thing. Glorious nothing. This huge price so somebody can babble and walk and pretend to be somebody. The whole plan is to make a whole bunch of failures So one or two winners can pretend they won something, and they get to be killed too. They're going to be stabbed to death in the end anyway. And that's just a fact. So the whole thing is quite insidious to make all of these little competing things when you know you're going to annihilate most of them. Most of them will be in children being annihilated. Evolution is using only one thing. It's using the whip. Reward is created by taking the ouch away. Punishment is imposed by giving the ouch. And the rewards are illusions. They're delusions.
Fighting against the grain. No one cares. But we do it anyways.
We don't exist for a good reason. Something intelligent didn't design us or initiate us or make us or do any of that shit. We're not fulfilling some intentional goal. Even if we contrive a goal, you can't really imagine what the goal would be. It could be at all sensible. Grow another inch taller, jerk off a zillion times. There's no goal here. It's just a stupid, redundant grinding up of these things that are full of ambition. They go through life, mostly fail, and then die. Rinse, repeat. Doesn't go anywhere. To confuse purpose and meaning is to make a critical error. There's substantial meaning in existence as a consciousness. Every single one of them was meaningful. That's the whole point. This is the value, and it just gets ground up, disposed of. Some of these consciousnesses become quite eloquent, beautiful, and they're still just ground up. They're still just disposed of. Wisdom is a beautiful thing. Seeing the truth for the first time. These are all beautiful experiences, but they're also beautiful in the sense of establishing vulnerability to doing it wrong or being stupid or being inefficient. Knowledge and wisdom. These things do make us better at living. So these aren't meaningless things. Certainly our experience isn't meaningless. It's highly meaningful, so very expensive. Precious. It's meaningful. It's the truth. Evolution creates suffering and promise of pleasure as a mechanism to control behavior, enslaving organisms every day. It enslaves them with these mechanisms. The bee drone, the ants, organisms are just ground up. They have value as shark food. They don't have value as having a dignity or an importance or a meaning to nature or evolution at all. Evolution produces unnecessary suffering. That's why the design sucks. That's why the process of evolution sucks.
Everything sucks. Anyways, I'll be back in a bit. End the broadcast.